cortisol cocktail, what is it, why it's trending, and does it actually reduce stress? If you've spent time on Instagram Reels or health hashtags on TikTok lately, you've likely come across influencers touting the benefits of something called a cortisol cocktail. This brightly colored, alcohol-free drink, usually made from orange juice, coconut water, sea salt, and sometimes magnesium powder, is being claimed as a fix for everything from poor sleep to persistent fatigue. But can this viral mocktail really influence cortisol levels, the so-called stress hormone? Or is it simply another internet wellness trend with little scientific backing as stress, burnout, and sleep disorders rise globally? The appeal of a natural remedy is understandable. But the truth behind this concoction is more complicated. Cortisol is a steroid hormone produced by the adrenal glands, which sit atop the kidneys. Often referred to as the stress hormone, it plays a critical role in regulating metabolism, blood sugar, blood pressure, immune response, and the body's sleep-wake cycle. Levels naturally peak in the early morning, helping us wake up, and gradually decline through the day. But chronic stress can keep cortisol levels unnaturally high for extended periods, which is linked to anxiety, poor sleep, weight gain, and high blood pressure. Importantly, however, most endocrinologists globally do not view cortisol as something that needs to be manually lowered in healthy individuals. Outside of rare medical conditions like Cushing's syndrome, excess cortisol, or Addison's disease, too little cortisol regulation is best achieved through long-term lifestyle strategies, not a one-time drink. There's no single recipe, but common ingredients include: the drink is usually consumed either first thing in the morning or just before bed, with different proponents claiming varied benefits from improved mood and energy to better sleep. Some have also taken to calling it an adrenal cocktail, suggesting it supports the adrenal glands that produce cortisol. One of the central claims behind the cortisol cocktail is that it can fix something called adrenal fatigue. The theory goes chronic stress exhausts your adrenal glands, impairing their ability to produce cortisol, leading to symptoms like tiredness, low energy, and salt cravings. But most endocrinologists and medical associations, including the Endocrine Society and the Indian Society for Endocrinology and Metabolism, do not recognize adrenal fatigue as a legitimate medical diagnosis. Fatigue, brain fog, or sleep issues could point to thyroid dysfunction, anemia, vitamin deficiencies, or mental health concerns, all of which need proper medical evaluation. In short, the symptoms are real, but the condition may not be. There is no clinical evidence that the cortisol cocktail directly lowers cortisol levels or treats chronic stress. None of the drink's ingredients, not even magnesium or vitamin C, have been proven in the amounts used in the cocktail to significantly modulate cortisol. That said, the ingredients do have physiological roles. What some people may be feeling is the hydration effect, a boost in energy simply from better fluid intake, particularly in hot climates like India's, where dehydration is common. Yes, especially if consumed regularly or by individuals with underlying conditions. Key concerns include: in a hyper-connected, overworked world, carving out time for a self-care routine, even one as simple as making a fizzy mocktail, can create a placebo effect. The act of doing something healthy can itself improve how we feel. This is amplified by social media culture, which often simplifies complex biological processes into quick hacks. The cortisol cocktail fits the algorithm perfectly. It's easy to make, looks good on camera, and feels like a wellness window. If you're otherwise healthy, drinking the cortisol cocktail occasionally is unlikely to do harm. It might even help hydrate you, especially in India's humid summer months. But to treat actual stress, fatigue, or hormonal imbalance, the cocktail is not a substitute for if you're pregged, diabetic, hypertensive, or have kidney or heart conditions. Consult a doctor first. Swipe left for next video. The cortisol cocktail may quench thirst, but it won't solve stress. The science behind it is weak, the claims exaggerated, and the risks under-discussed. Stress is a real and growing concern in India, but its solutions lie not in TikTok mocktails, but in more sustainable and evidence EBA.